bx, we are going to transform this one into a perfect square trinomial by simply adding, okay, the square of half the coefficient of x. Alright, so with that being said, what are you waiting for? Buckle up because you're in for another fun mathful run. Okay, so let's have our first example. We have here an incomplete quadratic expression. We have m squared plus 6n. So, 3 simple steps lang ang kailangan natin dito. First is to get half of the middle term. Second, square the resulting number. And then the third step is to add whatever the answer is. Okay, i-add lang natin dito sa expression na to make it a perfect square trinomial. Okay, so let's start. We have m squared plus 6m. So first step, get half of the middle term. And our middle term here is 6m. Alright? So get half of this. So you'll have 6 divided by 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. Next, step 2, you have to square the resulting number. Alright? So we are going to get the square of 3. So you have 3 squared. And 3 squared is equal to 9. Okay, and now finally, sa ating step number 3, all we have to do next is to add this number dito sa incomplete na quadratic expression natin at magiging isang perfect square trinomial na siya. Okay, so therefore, this one is now equal to m squared plus 6m plus this number, 9. Alright? And this resulting quadratic expression, okay, is APST, which stands for perfect square trinomial. And this trinomial can be written as, okay, m plus 3 squared. Alright? So, saan ko nakuha yung m? Square root ni m squared. Saan ko nakuha yung 3? Tignan nyo lang yung naging sagot nyo when you got the half of the middle term. Okay, since positive can be a positive 3, then don't forget to write the exponent 2. Kasi, if you can recall your past lessons, okay, the PST is actually the product whenever you square a binomial. Okay? Kaya, naisulat natin siya sa ganitong form. Alright? Ito ang kanyang factored form. Alright, so for example number 2, idadiretso na natin yung pag-add dito sa square of half the middle term. Alright? Hindi na natin gagawin itong process na ito. Pinakita ko lang para masundan nyo yung step-by-step process kung paano natin ginagawa yung completing the square method. Alright? So dito, ang gagawin na natin, b squared minus 10b. Okay? So we are going to add, okay, half of this, the square of half of this coefficient of the middle term. So that is negative 10 over 2 squared. Alright? You follow? Next. So, i-simplify lang natin itong nandito sa parenthesis. So that gives us b squared minus 10b plus negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5 squared. This is equal to, b squared minus 10b plus negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. And again, the resulting trinomial is a PST. And since it is a PST, we can rewrite it in its factored form, which is the squaring of binomial form. Pwede natin may write ko, ibig sabihin this trinomial is simply equal to b, kasi ito yung variable natin, b and half of negative 10 is negative 5. So you're going to write here minus 5 squared. Do not forget the exponent 2. Okay, so for our third example, you have y squared minus 5y. So for the first two examples natin, yung mga middle term nila ay divisible by 2. So paano naman ngayon pag hindi divisible by 2? Paano yung mangyayari sa ating expression? Okay, so let's have it step by step, gaya na ginawa natin sa example number 1. Again, first step, so kukunin natin yung kalahati ng middle term nyo. Okay, so the middle term is negative 5. So that is, you'll have negative 5 divided by 2. However, negative 5 is not divisible by 2. Okay? But I discourage you to decimal since fraction, the value of a fraction is more exact than the decimal equivalent ng fraction. And kasi, oftentimes, ang ginagawa kasi natin, every time na kino-convert natin yung fraction sa decimal, nagre-round up tayo. Alright? So, meron na tayo, nagkakaroon na tayo ng mga margin of error. Alright? So, yan. So, negative 5 divided by 2 again. Negative 5 is not divisible by 2. So, just leave it as it is. Alright? So, you have negative 5 over 2. Next. After getting half of the middle term, the next step is to get the square of the resulting number. Alright, so this is our resulting number. We have negative 5 over 2 squared. Now, how do you square a fraction? By using the law of exponents, yung a over b plus merong exponent, the quotient law of exponent, alright? Pwede natin i-distribute yung exponent na to sa numerator at sa denominator. So, every time you square a fraction, you are going to get the square of both the numerator and the denominator. So this expression right here is this equal to negative 5 squared all over 2 squared. So what is negative 5 times negative 5 equal to? This is equal to 25 over 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Alright? So we're down to our last step. Ito na yung resulting number natin. Alright? So, ang gagawin na lang natin next ay, i-add natin itong number na to dito sa given na incomplete quadratic expression. So, that gives us, right, so you have y squared minus 5y plus this number. You have 25 over 4. And this is again a PST. Right? And since it is a PST, you can rewrite it in its factored form. So, this is simply equal to y, kasi ito, square ng y squared. Then you have, tingnan nyo yung kalahati kanina. So, this is negative 5 over 2. So, this is y minus 5 over 2. And don't forget to write the exponent 2. And that's it. That's your answer. Okay, so for our fourth example, this time around, okay, paano naman kapag ang coefficient ng ating second degree term ay hindi equal to positive 1? Okay, so pag ganun yung nangyari, just like this example, you have 3n squared plus 6n, you cannot proceed in getting half of the middle term yet. Alright? So ang first step na gagawin mo dito is to divide the two terms by whatever the coefficient of the second degree term. Alright? So for this case, since it's 3, so we are going to divide both 3n squared and 6n by 3. Okay? So in that way, we can cancel this one out because 3 divided by 3 is already equal to 1. Okay? Pag na-cancel natin yan, that gives us n squared plus 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. So you'll have 2n. Ayan. Kapag naging positive 1 na ang coefficient na inyong second degree term, that's the time that you can proceed sa first step ng completing the square method. Ayan. So gagawin natin, again, get half of the middle term. So that is 2 divided by 2 and that is equal to 1. Next, get the square of the resulting number. So what is 1 squared? It is still equal to 1. Ayan. Pagka nakuha mo na to, ayan, all you have to do next is just to add this number to the new form of your quadratic expression. So your final answer for this example is n squared plus 2n plus 1. Again, this is a PSD and this trinomial can be written as n, kasi n na yung gamit natin variable dito. And then look at the, yung kalahati ng middle term mo. You have positive 1. So this is n plus 1. And again, do not forget the exponent 2. So this is your answer. Alright, so let's have our last example. We have 2z squared minus 3z. Again, the coefficient of your second degree term is not equal to positive 1. So you have to divide both terms by whatever the coefficient of the first term is. Alright, so we have to divide both terms by 2. Cancel this one out because 2 divided by 2 is already equal to 1. And that gives us z. That gives us z squared. Alright, minus 3 is not divisible by 2. So we will leave it as it is. So that is just 3 over 2z. Alright, next, proceed to the first step of completing the square method. Get half change me, turn me over method. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin ng drag me, change me, turn me over method? Okay, drag me means to copy the numerator, which is negative 3 over 2. So I have negative 3 over 2. Change me means from division to multiplication. And turn me over means getting the reciprocal of your divisor. So you have, the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. Alright, then after that, you can proceed to the process on how to multiply fractions. That is, numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So what is the product of negative 3 and 1? That is equal to negative 3. Next, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Alright, so this is the resulting number. Next, this is half of negative 3 over 2. Next, we have to get the square of this fraction. Okay, so we know already how to get the square of a fraction. Simply, okay, so negative 3 over 4 squared is simply equal to 9 over 16. Bakit 9 over 16? Again, whenever you get the square of a fraction, all you have to do is to square both the numerator and the denominator. So negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, and 4 times 4 is equal to 16. And there you have it. That's the resulting number. Finally, sa last step natin, we just have to add this number dito sa ating bagong form na quadratic expression. So you have z squared minus 3 over 2z plus 9 over 16. Again, this is a PST, so we can write this one as, okay, so z, we have z, alright, look at the half of yung kanina ng negative 3 over 2, and that is negative 3 over 4. So just write it here, negative 3 over 4, and again, do not forget the exponent 2, and that's it. That is your answer. Alright, so that's it mga Mathsters. I hope na nasundan nyo ang introduction kung paano kinocomplete ang isang square given an incomplete quadratic expression of the form ax squared plus bx. Again, all you have to do is just to add the square of half the middle term. Alright, so thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next video. And yeah, math is fun. Bye everyone.
No, I don't